Hello, guys. Welcome to Boxing Block Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. Please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click like, of course, this super right now. I want to say big thanks to each and every one of you that checked up on me because I was so damn sick. Last week it was so serious to the point where I thought to myself, "Man, let me go wake up so waiting go happen." Boy, it's not my time here. The son of Fugiso. Birthday still very much active. Okay, we're there, brother. So now we are live and you're watching right now. You know what to do. Shout out to my brother Lucan. I know you have so many things to say today. However, I'm going to be watching your statement and we're going to be definitely have to do it as well. So we've of course got our brother here, Adewale. And we have Omoguja, son of Adekoya, in the house. So, this is a very interesting topic right now. Joshua is actually a hot cake right now. Of course, Joshua being the most recognized heavyweight boxer in the globe right now. Okay, on a global scale, you look at Joshua's popularity, you look at his the way, his commercial might or power compared to the others is not the same. He's way above those guys. However, there is kind of a current ongoing fight, okay, invisible fight, right now between Eddie Hearn or Dazn, Skysports and BT Sport. We all know that Joshua's contract with Sky is set to expire this month, okay, after his fight against Usyk. So after the fight, contract expires. Where would Joshua go? Who would he sign with? Is he going to sign with Dazn? Is he going to start his own promotional company, which he has the ability and capability to, of course, fulfill if he wants it? Or is he going to go with Sky Sports? Sky Sports are saying they are not giving up on Anthony Joshua. They are going to try fight for the right to be able to continue to promote his fights, broadcast his fights on their platform, and of course Sky Sports signed an exclusive deal with a boxer, okay, who has now kind of signed almost not almost signed a lot of matchroom fighters, ex-matchroom fighters, the likes of Fury, Savannah Machar, even Richard Riakbo, okay, so even what is his name again? Not Billy Joe Sanders. This guy, Chris Eubank Jr. as well. He's on Boxer, and I just don't know how it's gonna play out though. But this is looking very interesting, right? Let's get down here. Adewale to give his take. Joshua, the hottest, sixth heavyweight boxer, and how does this end, bro? Adewale, in your opinion? Joshua, if you were to be Joshua right now, what would you do?
Thank you for having me, bro, man. First of all, let me send a shout out to you guys, Raymond. Thank God you're doing well. Shout out to son of Adekoya, Omar Oguja, and shout out to Lucan. That's my brother right there, man. Even though we always argue all the time, but he's still my brother. When it comes to AJ renewing his contract, first and foremost, let me start off by saying this. Me personally, and millions of other people, boxing fans, we do not see AJ as the biggest heavyweight commodity in the world. He is the biggest heavyweight commodity in Europe, but in the world, no, he's not. Now, I don't want to
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Who is the biggest then?
In this part of the world, it's not, bro. In North America, AJ is not the biggest star, man.
Okay. Who is the biggest? Who is the most recognized heavyweight in America? Tyson Fury?
Nah, not Tyson Fury, man.
Oh, who then?
It's between Wild. Yeah, it's pretty much Wilder, man. in America.
Bro, what do you mean by didn't Wada get beat by Tyson Fury? Like I support Deontay Wada. It's my brother. I wanted to win, but let's be serious here, bro. He lost his last fight, and Fury got a chance.
You know what, bro? You know what? I don't want us to go too deep into trying to decipher who the biggest guy is between Joshua and Wilder in America. Joshua already got beaten in America by a guy that everybody expected him to beat. And for that reason, that diminished his popularity in America. Now, let me go to the point. Boxer, Skysports, Dazn, battling for the biggest commodity, okay, in European boxing, heavyweight. I feel like Joshua has reached the point in his career where he is bigger than being promoted by Matchroom Boxing to start off with. His contract is expiring with Sky Sports, which is good. He has the leverage right now in his career to go negotiate with anybody else, any other platform, to promote his fights, to broadcast his events, and whoever pays him the biggest amount is who he should go for. Period. Because there is no loyalty in boxing. In boxing, you can get in the ring, get punched in the head, and die. So when you're dead, you might as well have made so much money so that your family members can benefit from your risky business. So Joshua needs to just simply go for the best offer. Don't show any loyalty to nobody. These guys are not going to be loyal to you. If you look at Matchroom Boxing, for example, Barry Hearn, Eddie Hearn's father, he had already started out boxing like 30-something years ago. Then the business died down. Then Eddie took over, rejuvenated the business. That proves to you that all those years that Barry was in the business of boxing, promoting guys like Eubank Senior's rival, what's that guy's name? Nigel Benn. Even Eubank Jr., Eubank Senior, Chris Eubank himself. Those guys became broke at some point during their career. Chris Eubank said in an interview that at some point during my career, I was homeless. I was sleeping on the trains. I would stay on the train from point A to the end of the line, and then the train operator will come wake me up. Oh, you need to get off the train. Because he was homeless. And this was a guy that had made so much money in boxing, but a lot of that money went to the promoters, to Barry Hearn and Matchroom Boxing back in the days. So now that Eddie Hearn has come back to revive the sport, everything looks good. Everybody is happy. Yay, Eddie is the king. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Eddie's main loyalty is his business, not the fighters. If you as a fighter cannot generate the revenue that they're looking for, you're going to be kicked out, period. So you might as well just go for the best offer that will be good for your career, that will make you the best money. That's the advice I will give AJ. But most importantly, AJ needs to go seek advice from professionals, people that know about this business thing, not necessarily people in boxing, but people that have handled big businesses in their career. Those are the people he needs to talk to.
Times, but I appreciate it. Let's go around here. Adekoya, what do you make of this? And do you agree with Adewale, or do you have?
Just making me laugh. Evening, guys. I love my Ijobu brother, but he sometimes he makes me laugh. First, let me just clarify one thing. The deal with Boxer is not exactly an exclusive deal. Boxer is going to be the house promoter for Sky Sports. Yes. But they also have an agreement with Top Rank and Wasserman Sports. Chris Eubank Jr. is not signed to Boxer, he's signed to Wasserman Sports, which has a deal with Sky Sports. So just to clarify that up. Okay. The second thing is that and to be fair, Wale is not the first person to say this. You know, some people tend to think that America is the be-all and end-all when it comes to the sporting world. No, America is a big country and an important country in sports, especially when it comes to boxing. But there's a big old world out there. And if you go to Japan or you go to Australia, the most recognized person in the heavyweight division is Anthony Joshua. Like it or hate it, that's just a fact. You know, the guy is the most recognizable face in heavyweight boxing as of now. Now, in terms of what he should do, no doubt, I mean, this is a very important decision for him. like I mentioned before, I do think that him and Eddie Hearn are tied at the hip. They've got a kind of partnership going on that I don't think is going to be easy for him to just walk away from. But I also know that Eddie Hearn, if Joshua decides, he wants to go with another network rather than Dazn, I don't think that will stop Eddie Hearn from working with him. I think he's going to be involved in the decision-making process. I think 258.
I have to come in right there. Sorry, bro, I have to come in there a little bit. You have to understand that right now, Sky Sports and Eddie Hearn are not in good terms. Okay, Eddie Hearn just came out recently, kind of saying that Sky Sports cannot replace him. They are trying to replace him, but they can't replace him. And you know, they did not part ways. They didn't part ways in good terms. Sky Sports, they weren't really happy with Eddie Hearn. That's why
let me
they didn't actually give Eddie Hearn a good farewell. You know, kind of sort of a party or so. You know,
because he took something from them.
He took something from them. Isn't that what business is all about? Like, but
one thing you might not be aware of, just because Matchroom Boxing is no longer on Sky Sports doesn't mean Matchroom is not on Sky Sports. Matchroom also does darts. Matchroom does snooker. And those are big sports in the UK.
Yeah, but Matchroom Boxing and Matchroom Darts is different, bro.
Eddie Hearn is the chairman of all.
Yeah, he's the chairman, but Eddie Hearn specializes mainly in boxing. Okay, we are that is a different sport. Okay, what other company does that in the UK? So what are you saying, bro? What about because okay, now let me tell you one thing right now. Out of all the sports you're talking about right now, that Matchroom also, like, out of all the sports right now that Matchroom controls, okay, like, which one are they known for? Which one actually generate more money for them? It is boxing, bro. Boxing is
this is what I'm trying to explain. You see, because you don't live in the UK. Because you don't live in the UK, you don't.
How many? Okay. What's the name of the? What? Okay. I want to ask you right now. What is the name of the current champion?
The world champion now.
Yeah.
Hang on, give me a second.
No Google. Just tell me off your head. Off your head.
I don't be old. That's why.
Yeah. So you want to go Google? God, forget about that one. Tell me, say, man. Which other sport? Which other sport? If you get a laptop, get something like that, get there. I know. Which other sport generate a lot of money for Matchroom than boxing? Continue. Listen.
Like I said, if you lived in the UK, you will understand how big darts and snooker have been, and Matchroom have been running this for decades. Not boxing has been part of their business, but only really came to prominence when Eddie Hearn took over. They did their deal with Sky Sports, exclusive deal with Sky Sports. But Matchroom Sports still has a deal with Sky Sports for all of their other branches. So even though they may not be happy that Eddie Hearn took the boxing away, they still have a relationship with Matchroom. Do you get where I'm coming from with this? So even though they may not be happy, man, it doesn't mean that they are fighting.
Bro, they are at war right now. We can tell me like I'm not saying I'm talking about invincible war, okay? Like invincible war. You have to know what that means when I say that. In the business world, man, bro, when you're having an invincible war, huh? Bro, are you not seeing shots being thrown? Okay, are you not seeing like Sky Sports saying they are going to fight tooth and nail to make sure they keep Joshua in their platform.
Of course,
and Eddie Hearn is saying you can never get another me. You know, he is going to also try convince you to join Dazn, bro. This is an invisible war.
Let me ask you this.
What did they talk to?
Let me ask you this. If this is a war, then what does he have with Frank Warren?
I said invincible war. What he has with Frank Warren is just a rivalry, you know. or rivalry
You don't think that one is
where no, it's not war. 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 It's just rivalry, bro. Like it happens. Joshua and Wilder have rivalry, but they are rivals, but they are not at war. Okay, it's just what it is. They are competing against each other. Frank Warren is trying to outdo Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is trying to outdo Frank Warren. At the end, of course, has done more. He has taken over Frank Warren, but Frank Warren is getting the momentum back right now. For Joe Joyce not to side with Eddie Hearn, that speaks a lot of volume. And recently, Eddie Hearn have been letting fighters go like that, and Dazn as well. Dazn, I don't know where their focus is. However, when I heard about the news of Martin Bakole, I wasn't really happy with it. Okay, Martin Bakole was dropped by Eddie Hearn on Matchroom, and of course we know that he left AJ Boxing, 258 MJT. However, I thought maybe Eddie Hearn wouldn't follow suit. Maybe just like maybe.
This is why I keep trying to explain to you that Eddie Hearn and AJ are tied at the hip. The 258 management is AJ. So if he's leaving AJ, it's going to be very hard for him to stay with Eddie Hearn. Do you get where I'm coming from? Ray? Yeah. So, I mean, listen, I don't know. One thing I can't say is that it appears Dazn have tightened their budget. They are being very, very selective with where they spend their money. Now, a lot of these fighters, Matchroom has a very large stable. And it's like I said, there's a limit to how many dates there are, how many fight cards, and how much money is available to those individuals. Now, if you are at the end of the day, now some of them, Eddie Hearn will probably have his top guys. He might have closer relations with guys like AJ, guys like Conor Ben. He might have closer relationships with them. But all the others is business. Is business. You do your part, I do my part.
I think with Joshua it's also business, because
yes, but
of course Eddie Hearn calls Joshua his friend. Okay, I don't really know if Eddie Hearn is a true friend to Joshua, bro. That move he put against Martin Bakole is very wrong, bro. Very wrong. And what's so funny, man? I was here talking about Eddie Hearn. I remember talking about advocating for our brother Afia Jagba to try and link up with Matchroom. And I was like, I think it was like 2-3 years ago or so. And listen, even though Ajagba would not be in the same position, however, maybe one day, you never know. So, Ajagba being with Top Brand, I think is good for him,
Ray, but can I ask you something? Do you know whether it's not Martin Bakole that left them?
No, it's not Martin Bakole that left them. I think they dropped Martin Bakole. Maybe maybe what's so funny? Someone told me a few days ago that Martin Bakole posted inappropriate thing, something like that, a content.
See what I'm saying? You don't know
on Twitter. It was not good. Okay, a lot of people in the UK were not happy with it, and they wanted the end of drop him. Maybe that's the reason why they did. Okay, maybe that could be the reason. Okay. Because I don't see any reason why they had to drop Martin Bakole. Other than that, maybe the content something he posted was very it was gross. Okay, I will say that. So according to what I'm being told, maybe that's the reason why they dropped him. Maybe.
Ray, you might be right, and I don't want to. I'm not standing up to bat for Matchroom or even 258 AJ. That whether they were right or wrong to cut ties with Martin Bakole, because I don't know the details. All I'm saying is that the only thing we know for sure is that they are not together. I would rather reserve judgment till I find more information. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, continue. Listening.
Yeah. So So in terms of the decision making, I think a lot is going to go into it. like I said, wherever AJ ends up working on in terms of network, he's going to get paid. Whether it's Sky Sports, whether it's Dazn, whoever it is, going to be big money. You know, what I do know is that, like I said, the fact that his 258 management, Matchroom, his the Matchroom, what's it called, media, that AJ is heavily involved in with his media company. I think whatever he does, Eddie Hearn is still going to be there. Just to give you an example, it's similar sort of thing with Canelo. You know, Canelo is going to fight on PBC for his next fight. But guess what? Eddie Hearn is going to be working with him as part of Canelo Promotions because they're tied at the hip. Do you follow where I'm going?
Now, how do you react to the suggestion of some people that say, okay, now Joshua can actually create his own promotional company and make a direct deal with Sky Sports, you know, in the UK? Because
you do know that
I think Joshua's fights are basically are going to be on pay-per-view. I don't see it being on Dazn in the UK.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn, you know when they say people are playing chess, we are still talking checkers. Eddie Hearn knows all of that. Joshua, in that interview that you mentioned today, he already said that Joshua is always going to be a pay-per-view fighter. So whatever they do, they already know he's going to be on pay-per-view. Now, what that means, I have no idea. But it's obviously something that they are already preparing for. Now, whether that's with Sky Sports or they deliver some other kind of platform that uses pay-per-view, I don't know. But one thing I'm pretty sure of, I'm quite confident in saying this, Eddie Hearn will be involved. That's the one thing I think I'm quite confident of. You know?
Okay, for me, brother. I agree with you. Eddie Hearn will most likely be involved in AJ's career, right?
Oh, sorry. Well, one thing before you go, just one thing I wanted to make a clarify to Ray. When people say that he should form his own promotional team and have a deal with Sky, AJ's deal with Sky is with AJ, not with Matchroom. Matchroom has a separate deal. Had a separate deal with Sky than what AJ has his own deal. So it's nothing new. All he's doing, it will be re-upping. That's all he'll be doing. Please, go ahead.
It's interesting because this information you just put out, I had no idea about it. I thought because AJ was signed to Matchroom Boxing and Matchroom had a contract with Sky Sports, that was a connection between AJ and Sky Sports. Well, it's interesting to know that AJ has a direct connector to Sky Sports. But I was going to say that, a lot of people get emotionally tied to all these companies. Matchroom, Sky Sports, BT Sports. They are just companies at the end of the day. We as proper boxing fans, what we should really care about is our fighters fighting one another and making the best money while fighting each other. And to be honest,
I don't really care. I don't really care how much money they make because I don't get any. But carry on.
Yeah, I mean, boxing is quite emotional. So you actually want the best for your favorite fighter, right? So that's why sometimes you care about the money that they make. That this guy deserves more money. You can't just pay this man $20,000 for having this level of skill set. And that brings me. Okay, I'm not going to digress. I was going to talk about Jake Paul's event last week. It was a little bit impressive because I heard that Jake Paul gave those guys some money outside what they were guaranteed. But not to digress too much. Now, with that being said, BT Sports, I seen someone in the comment section trying to trying to laugh at BT Sports for being one of the bidding warriors in this AJ situation. And I'm just like, man, at the end of the day, BT Sports, their employees have to eat. They need to have a job. So it's their responsibility.
I think BT Sport have more money than Sky, though, right?
For where? Are you joking? Are you joking?
Well, I think they won the bid for the. Wait. I think they won the bid for the Champions League or some other either the Champions League or Premier League, rights.
No, they
right?
shared.
They shared it. So if that could be possible, if that was possible, what makes you think this will be possible?
What do you mean?
Meaning they can as well want to share it. They can want to share it. Like, bro, BT get money. I mean, I use
I'm not saying they. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't get more. All I'm saying is that if we are talking about who are the big players in this sports world, because get this right. Although they have some Premiership games, it's like one a week. Meanwhile, Skysports show about 3 a week. So that's what I'm trying. You have to put it into perspective. Now, if they focus and say, okay, they want to put all their money behind getting Joshua onto BT Sports, I'm sure they could make a strong enough case. I'm sure they could come up with the money. But I don't think, because they have an exclusive deal with Frank Warren, I don't think AJ would go there. That's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but I can't see him going there.
You don't think AJ goes to BT Sports? What if they offer him the best deal? If they offer his private company, okay, they offer AJ Boxing a crazy deal where he's guaranteed $500 million in 3 years. He will go there, bro.
But let me tell you something. First of all, I can't see a way in which BT outbids the other 2 players, Dazn and Skysports. Because whatever they bid, those guys will match it. Whatever they bid, those guys will match it. So
I think they will. I think that because Dazn is at disadvantage right here. Huh? Dazn is not a pay-per-view platform, and Joshua would likely be on pay-per-view. Okay. You know what I mean? In the UK, because except the zone guarantee Joshua, they guarantee him.
They are on to something. They are doing something.
Except they guarantee him,
in that
one
interview,
like,
he said, "Pay attention. Something big news is coming soon." So again, I don't know what that exactly means. I know they tried some kind of thing with Canelo in America, where some of Canelo's fights were on pay-per-view on DirecTV. So people that wanted to watch Canelo that didn't have the zone could buy it pay-per-view, and it equated to something like 3 months the zone subscription or something obscure like that. I don't think it will be the same kind of thing in the UK, but it sounds like they've got something up their sleeve.
Okay, son of Adekoya, I have a question for you, bro. You said since you live in the UK, and anybody in the comment section too, what do you feel about the zone increasing the price of their subscription from $199 to $799 every month?
Okay, on the face of it, I'm surprised it was so low. I thought at the very least it would be 10 pounds. I'm just talking about just in terms of the increase in price. Okay, because anybody that thought that it was going to stay at £2 is insane. How are they supposed to run a business at £2?
Exactly.
The only thing I will say is up until from the announcement of Eddie Hearn moving to the zone full time, up until this price increase, this weekend's card is the best card they've had so far. I didn't think any of the fight camp, they were all right, but they want great card. This card is the best card he's had so far. This weekend. Now it's all about the card. If because all that other stuff, glitz and glam, rocket and bisco that he likes to fire up and down is all well and good, but it's all about the matchups. Are they good fights on the card? You know, if he can produce good cards, me that I'm a boxing fan is value for money for me.
That's fine.
They've announced Dylan White is fighting in October. Dylan White is a regular pay-per-view guy. So if you are used to paying for Dylan White, you're getting him as part of your DAZN subscription. So that's a great deal.
In the UK,
right?
At
$7.99, but the one thing I would say, the number of events has to increase. The number of events has to increase. Now, he said that they're about to announce their schedule on Saturday, that they were waiting for Canelo to do his fight before they announce their schedule. So we'll see what happens on the weekend, and that will determine what the rest of this year is going to look like for DAZN.
Okay, in America right now, I want to ask about Diwali, who is in Canada. DAZN is also in Canada. What's the reputation of DAZN like in Canada? What is their reputation in Canada?
I'll be very honest with you. In Canada here, you hardly find boxing fans. People here watch ice hockey. That is the sport. So people don't really care about DAZN stuff. But for someone like me that is a boxing fan, I focus on the American market, and I can maybe explain the energy level between the fans and DAZN. A lot of fans, if I'm talking about African American fans, they do not like DAZN because of the energy that Eddie Hearn brought in the first place, claiming that we're coming with a transatlantic deal. You could have just said we're coming with a transatlantic slave trade. Let's just put it that way, so we know exactly what you're doing. Eddie Hearn came in very arrogant to the United States. With that energy, a lot of African Americans completely disliked him from the beginning. Now, when it comes to the other demographics, I can't tell how they view DAZN, to be honest. But most importantly, if you realize that DAZN does not put out its numbers, the number of people that viewed their events, then that just makes it suspect. You can't really tell if they are having successful events or if they are not having successful events. And then you see the way they treat certain fighters that are signed with them, like Triple G. They try to force Triple G to make certain fights, otherwise they're not going to let him fight on their platform because they need money.
But Triple G was going to fight some bombs though. Like, let's keep it right here.
Wale, what are you saying? Are you joking?
Come to me, brother.
Triple G was earning 15 million a fight. I mean,
but how come he's no longer fighting? That's the question. Triple G wants to fight.
That again, because they want him to fight. They want him to earn his money. Earn your money. Fight people that are going to bring subscribers.
Exactly.
That is what they want.
After all, it is business.
This is not about friendship.
I know, bro. That's. But we are saying the same thing here. Triple G.
How can you say they didn't treat him well?
He was getting.
Look at the people he has fought. Rolls. He's getting 15 million per fight.
Let me tell you what's funny. You see that guy Rolls, Steve Rolls? Steve Rolls is from Etobicoke, close to Toronto, in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, man, I'm so happy for that brother because his boxing career had been nothing. And then all of a sudden, this guy, because he had an immaculate record, 18-0, they matched him in there with Triple G, a guy that everybody knew was going to destroy him. And then he got knocked out in like 4 rounds, but he got paid $500K. So
yes. I'm absolutely happy, but what does that do for DAZN?
It does nothing. That's unfortunately, and DAZN had to
and
pay
that's the point now. So when you're saying that they didn't treat Triple G well, I'm like, are you kidding?
No. I'm not saying they didn't treat Triple G well. No, that's not what I was trying to say. That was where the miscommunication came in. I wasn't trying to say they did not treat Triple G well. What I was trying to say is Triple G was an example of the DAZN business model. He wasn't getting more fights after getting too many soft touches that weren't valuable for the amount of money that he was getting paid. Right. But now, all of a sudden, DAZN is saying, Triple G, you need to fight bigger names so that you can get more money. because the fans are not going to pay. We don't even know their subscribers levels. We don't know if they're subscribers.
Yeah, but Wale, let's be real. Do you know what you're just saying? It's like when they come to UK and say it's 199 for a first few months, and then after a few months, when they've got some subscribers, say okay, the price is going up. That's simply what they're doing with Triple G. Initially, they wanted him to come, bring his fan base, start off, and after he's done a couple of fights, now it's time to earn the money. They're not here to just give him money.
Free money. It's all good, man.
Dazn came into the scene with the intention of kind of taking over in a way, though. When they came into the scene, they spent a lot of money. They're like,
yeah, but Ray, what people fail to understand, and it's very easy to let it just skip by your thought because of the way they operate. They're not really a boxing platform. They want to be the Netflix of the sports world, not boxing, of the sports world. Okay. Now the problem they had in the US is that all of the major sports, the licenses are already held by major networks, so they had no opportunity to bid on it. So how do we get a foothold in the market? Is we go to a sport that is free of charge. Anybody can get it. They went with boxing and MMA. Do you get where I'm coming? So, like in Canada now, in Japan, they'll be showing stuff like Premier League. They'll be showing stuff like Serie A. They'll be showing darts, all sorts of wacky sports in all of these countries where they have license to do it internationally. Like AJ's fight now. Although AJ's fight is on Skysports in the UK, around the world, it's on Dazn. You get where I'm coming from? So their plan is that, as far as we're concerned, we're not really too concerned about the individual markets. I'm not saying they don't care about the individual markets, but it's more about how it fits into their overall global strategy. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah, it does, bro. It does.
Anyway, guys, let me read some comments. Let me read the comments. Oh yeah, let me read the comments. I beg the Wale bless the make you meet up for your side. The comment section right here. Lucan is here. Lisa Bells. Lisa Bells, how you doing? Hope you're well. Okay. Lucan says, unfortunately, I agree. AJ popularity in USA is not great due to getting splattered by. Luca, you and your mouth. I don't know. You will go. This guy. Isabel says, I think AJ is staying with Sky or going with Dazn. He may even become a free agent. What is the Sanof, tell me the possibility of Joshua going solo, becoming a free agent.
It's not impossible. I don't know if he'd want to do that, because then it's not like there's really he's going to make that. I mean, don't get me wrong, he can go fight by fight and sell it to the highest bidder, but I do think he likes the stability of his relationships, because again, Joshua is a very cerebral guy. People that don't follow him wouldn't know this. The guy is a very cerebral guy. He's thinking 4-5 steps ahead. All these companies that he's setting up, he's setting up partnerships with all of these promotional networks, looking at his future after he finishes fighting. So I'm not sure if he would want to go just totally free agent. I think you
Well,
still sign.
Canelo was a free. Canelo is a free agent.
Yeah, but there's a reason why Canelo is a free agent.
What is it?
It purely and simply because the politics in the United States is ridiculous. In the United States, Joshua is a free agent. You get where I'm coming from? In the United States, he's a free agent. Canelo is a free agent in the US because PBC don't like.
Both in the US, both in the UK, bro. He's a free agent. Yeah.
Sorry?
Both in the US and the UK, he's a free agent. Canelo.
Well, not currently. He still has a fight with Skysports.
Okay.
After this fight, then he'll be a free agent. If he doesn't re-up.
Yeah, but the fight is coming. It's not November 6th or something like that.
September 25th.
No. We are talking about Canelo, bro.
I'm talking about Canelo.
What?
Canelo. I'm talking about Joshua.
Yeah, but what about Canelo? I said Canelo is a free agent in the US, in the UK, and everywhere.
Yeah, but he's not a UK fighter. He doesn't need to have when he fights, all he needs to do is sell it to whoever. Just like Joshua, when he's fighting here, he sells it to the highest bidder in the US. It just so happens that because of his relationship with Eddie Hearn will come with tell the zone, listen, we need Joshua. You know, if you want to maintain our UK fan base and US support, especially as Canelo is fighting on PBC in November, we need Joshua. So they'll pay big money.
Okay, I mean, that's not interesting though. Anyway, it is what it is. But even Dazn also has rights to post it on YouTube or so. They also have rights to it.
What do you mean in terms of what?
They are not just sometimes you have when you give someone like a TV network a right to broadcast or to air your fight. It doesn't mean that you're giving them the right to put it on their platform everywhere else. Okay, Dazn has that. They have the right to put it on YouTube, which also generate revenue as well. So they are paying for everything. Outside the UK. Yeah, Joshua fight.
Are you talking about this? Yeah, are you talking about the fight or the preview and the promo? The promos leading up to the fight.
I'm talking about the allies, the promo, everything, bro.
Well, you see, I think that will be part of the deal. So like they have an international. They don't have the international rights to this particular fight, and they've had for the past, I think, like 2 or 3 fights of Joshua's. So I think that's part of it. Although Joshua's fights are on his own YouTube channel. But
but Joshua doesn't listen. Joshua fights are also on his own. Joshua doesn't post Joshua don't post his fight like that. Like immediately when they happen. It is before his next fight. He will post. That's how he does it. Before his next fight, he will post. He will post the last one.
Zone, it's only highlights. They don't post the full fight.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they have the rights to it now.
I think they post full fight. They also post full fight.
Not immediately after. It will be, if they post a full fight, it will be like something that is like a 6 to maybe a year old.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think I haven't seen a Joshua fight on a full Joshua fight on the zone YouTube at all.
Yeah. Yeah, man. See how it goes. I wish Joshua nothing but the best, and I hope he make the best decision. Joshua is he's got business-minded people around him, people that know what they're doing. His manager, as in Stephen Cunningham, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The guy is well schooled, and he knows.
People think that Joshua is just some boxer. The guy is a very smart guy, man.
Yeah, he's a brand. The guy's a brand, so he has people that.
Anything that he wants, he will get an expert in this thing. 258 management. Okay, Steve, you know this thing well. Okay, let's start this company. The same thing he did with the media company. It's not like he knows much about media, but he gets the person that knows about media, and he puts his name behind it.
Yeah, that's true. So, guys, you heard it right now. We'll be right back We'll be right back very soon. Shout out to my brother, the African fighters. Afana, how you doing, brothers? African fighters, they are doing a very good job. You guys should go subscribe to the African fighters. If you support boxing, so that you support, African boxing, and you support the growth of African boxing, go check out Africa. Not Africa. They talk about boxing, combat sports in general. So, yeah. He said the speaker knows what's up. Son of Adekoya, Omo Guja, Omo Ijebu. Same with Joshua. Ijebu boy na bida. Eweso, yeah, Eweso. Shout out to all of you guys, brothers. Yeah, African fighters. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing great. And yes, Nze Shuku. We're gonna be talking about that guy very soon. Nze Shuku. Nze Shuku is a monster, huh? He's a monster. I want to really see, because I watched his last fight. His last fight was so good, bro. It was so good. And we're also going to talk about Dillian White. Dillian White. Dillian White is, according to the rumors, he might be fighting a guy named. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but anyway, we'll wrap up very soon, guys. Stay tuned for more good manga. Expect the bangers that will drop very soon. God bless you all.